Permafrost is melting in Russia, and with that melting, all kinds of extinct creatures are popping up, like mammoths and rhinos.
But according to the woman, the creature was still alive when she discovered it.
The multiple arms, the massive size, very malevolent and snatching sailors off of ships.
It was quite unlike anything they'd ever seen or experienced before.
We would expect to see strange bumps or protrusions on different parts of the body.
This is still an unexplained phenomenon.
Skeletons that measured between 7 and 8 feet in height for ancient man would have been rather significant.
From the unconvincing deep-sea mysteries to the prehistoric creatures coming back to life, the vast land of Russia is crammed with unsettling entities and otherworldly beings. Implausible, far-fetched, unreal, and perplexing. Hang on to find these incredible discoveries made by Russian scientists that terrify the whole world. Gigantic sea creature. Here is another astonishing sight of a deep-sea creature that was captured last year in October. A colossal squid that tips the scales at a whopping 200 kilograms and stretches an astonishing 3 meters in length was found in the waters of the Canary Islands. After its enigmatic appearance, the ocean giant was taken to the Spanish Institute of Oceanography, NIO, for a deep-sea autopsy. Now here's the twist. Over the past quarter century, a rogue scientist from NIO has encountered around 50 of these eerie, oversized squids.
Lo que hice fue tirarme al agua para ver si realmente tenía ojo, ¿no? Que era mi obsesión, ¿no? Un signo evidente de que acababa de ser depredado.
Lurking near the island's depths. But even with all these sightings, these tentacled puzzles still send chills down the spines of marine experts. Giant squid. Get ready for something that might just make you second-guess that boat trip. This astonishing event occurred in 2015, when a group of Russian fishermen observed a giant squid attempting to snatch their catch. As evident in the video, this deep-sea creature adeptly clung to the bait. However, after a brief moment, it lost its grip and swam back into the depths of the ocean. Gargantuan squid. This is not your typical seafood catch, folks. These Russian fishermen were out on the high seas when suddenly an unimaginable giant appeared from the deep ocean water. With enormous tentacles and eyes the size of footballs, a colossal creature from the deep emerged. It seems like it came from a Hollywood movie, but it's real. Ever since this mind-boggling video hit the internet, it sent shockwaves of excitement through the marine life expert community. They're all saying the same thing. The ocean holds secrets beyond our wildest imaginations, and this colossal critter is just the tip of the iceberg. 32,000-year-old wolf. Guys, get ready for time travel, because this finding has taken us back to ancient times.
Wolf head was beautifully preserved. Even the little bump to its lip was just there.
This wolf's head was found by scientists in the ice of Siberia, which is considered 32,000 years old. And what is most exciting is its tissues that are still unscathed. Scientists are studying his body structure and comparing it to his descendants to apprehend how they have varied and evolved. They further said that with the melting of more glaciers, we will stumble upon beyond belief discoveries. Megalodon remains.
Mítico Megalodon, que es el tiburón más grande y poderoso que ha existido en nuestro planeta.
In the abysmal depths of our oceans, a startling discovery has surfaced. It was another tooth of the world's largest predator. The long-lost remains of the Megalodon, the ultimate sea giant, have been found by the divers. The Megalodon, or Big Tooth, is an extinct species of shark that lived approximately 2.3 to 3.6 million years ago. It was 67 feet long and 3 times longer than the largest white shark. Megalodon had this ability to swallow a giant car easily, and for her, we were like a grain of sugar. I guess we're fortunate to have been born in a later generation. Mystery of huge 6-feet crabs. If there is one place that is less explored on our planet, it's the sea, and it continues to surprise us with new and unknown sea creatures. This time, a crab left us astonished. A Russian fisherman caught this giant and he couldn't believe his eyes. You might be wondering how. Well, folks, it's not the ordinary crab that you are expecting, but a massive 6-foot crab weighing around 28 pounds. It was taken to the Natural Museum for testing, and they concluded that this little dude is a super rare deep-sea crab who's all about that North Sea life. Frozen demon. In the icy depths of Russia, a frozen demon has just been unearthed. Yep, you heard that right, a frozen demon! It all began in June of this year when a group of adventurous scouts came across a perplexing figure encased in the Siberian permafrost. With twisted teeth and skinny bony fingers, it looks like something from your scariest dream. This prehistoric, magnificent creature, preserved in the deep freeze for who knows how long, is sending shivers down spines all around. Scientists are even wondering if it might spill the beans on any signs of aliens. Mysterious creature. Out in the wilds of Russia, there's this super mysterious creature making a big splash. It's not some tiny critter either. We're talking a few feet long here. But what's really got everyone's attention is the way it moves. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. With its long, wavy tentacles, the creature was seen gliding through the water. Embracing the alien vibe, its turned head is in every direction. But here's the kicker, even the experts are scratching their heads, trying to figure out what this thing is. It's an unsolved riddle, wrapped in a mystery, and it's got everyone buzzing. Goblin fetus. The internet is whirring with exhilaration and swapping views over the revelation of what appears to be a goblin fetus in Mexico, a mysterious and folkloric find. The strange phenomenon was supposedly found when workers were digging at a stranded warehouse in Santa Maria Regala during construction. As you can see in the photos, this unidentifiable fetus has a petite body, sharp ears, a large nose, and claw-like hands and feet, much like one of the evil emerald imps from Lord of the Rings. Even though its identification has not been disclosed, yet some doctors say it is an embryo of a dog or a cat. Alien mummy. You won't believe this thing that happened in Russia. A group of people stumbled upon a little mummy in an abandoned freezing cold place. It's like something from the outer world. This tiny cadaver is a total mystery. No one knows its origin. Even though it's small, it's got an elongated skull and these super sharp ears, and have got the scientists scratching their heads as they are trying to find out how old it is, what kind of animal it used to be, and why it turned into a mummy. Weird sea creature. In the Rostov region of Russia, villagers captured a strange sea creature in the beginning. It looked like an alien. Since they had never seen something like this before, they started recording this bizarre finding who had a head, a body, and a long tail. Its screechy voice made him enigmatic, but relevant authorities did some digging and cleared the air, saying that it might be a sturgeon, a common fish in the area. Sorry folks, it looks like we won't be hosting any aliens for a while. Hairy sea creature. Imagine yourself going to the beach for a morning jog and you see a giant creature. What would you do? Well, I would run as fast as I could. But this lady in Russia decided to stay and film the mysterious hairy creature washed up on a beach. The giant monster with its white hairy body was partially buried under the sand due to its strange pelts on the body and its pungent nose and ears. It didn't look like a whale or dolphin. Many people have speculated that it might be a blob or the remains of some prehistoric mammoth. But the scientific community has not yet reached any conclusion, adding to the mystery of the hairy sea creature. Peculiar jellyfish. Earlier this year, researchers captured a spine-tingling video of this creature under an astounding depth of over 4,593 feet below the surface. When an NOAA exploration ship had a close encounter with it, they thought it could be a helmet jellyfish. But after doing some research, they realized it was an undescribed species. This family of jellyfish rolls around under sheer silence and intense darkness. It doesn't have bones or shells and is kind of wobbly in the water, but they have 3 long tentacles that help to capture prey. This family of jellyfish has yet to be given a scientific name. Woolly mammoth, real or hoax? A surprising find akin to a time capsule has caught the internet's attention with a video that seems to depict a mammoth in motion. Mammoths disappeared from the planet around 4,000 years ago. It's pretty mind-blowing and feels almost unattainable to see one in the 21st century. What truly matters is whether this video is genuine. After a thorough investigation, it has been concluded that it is a doctored video. The 11-second clip isn't from 1943, but a segment from the 2001 BBC documentary. Before passing it on, someone messed around with the real video and gave us a fake one. Mammoth bones. Even though global warming is a serious threat to our climate, it has made the lives of Russian archaeologists far easier. Recently, due to ice melting in Siberia, a team of researchers unearthed the remains of the mighty 10,000-year-old mammoth.
Mammoth lanudo que fue encontrado en Rusia, en el norte de Siberia.
Experts spent 5 days there, and about 90% of the animal has been retrieved from the lake. They discovered one hind foot well preserved with tendons, soft tissues, and pieces of skin. Additionally, they have backs with adjacent vertebrae, including a preserved tail and a big piece of skin. The cause of its demise is unknown, as the body doesn't show any injury marks. Scientists are hopeful that this region will unveil more incredible remnants of long-extinct creatures. Mammoth tusks. In the Russian Far East, the search for mammoth tusks became popular, not by the archaeologists or researchers, but by bootleggers who go out there, find those tusks, and then sneakily sell them on the down low in China's black market. Trading tusks has made people millionaires. Due to extreme weather conditions in the eastern region, there's a security void that favors the people who are in the business of mammoth tusk. Individuals usually carry firefighters' pumps for melting the ice, and then they drill deep into the ground. If luck is on their side, they might score a mammoth tusk. The Return of the Mammoth. You know those movies where scientists bring back people or animals from the past? It is fiction, but not anymore, as it is going to happen with a mammoth shortly, as predicted by the scientists. A team of researchers found a female mammoth in the Russian Arctic region. But what's super cool is that it had intact issues on it, which has ignited the excitement among the scientists.
Hemos metido la muestra de sangre en un congelador del Museo del Mamut.
They have taken the samples meticulously because they are eager to resurrect the woolly mammoth. Well, if they manage to do this, it will be the greatest success in the scientific world.
Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content.
Fallen angel. What people are discovering in Russia is surely making buzz on the internet, and they're not messing around with the usual animal or squid stuff. Nope, this time it's all about angels. Yes, now the land of Russia is churning out divine creatures. Construction workers were digging a bore when they found the sculpture that it looked like an angel. Russia's got us questioning, divine being or art? This bewitching prank has been played before, with a similar hoax emerging over a decade ago about a fallen angel in Russia. Frozen, but alive. We have seen frozen animals in fish, but witnessing one continue to breathe despite being chilled is a rare sight.
Frozen all the way around except for a tiny hole.
The delivery driver was supposed to find a frozen fish hidden in the block of ice. He was transporting it to his truck, but without wasting a moment, he smashed the ice and set the fish free in the water. fish on fish. The last moments of a feud between two fish have become frozen for all eternity.
Now, he's frozen right up at the top and he's got a shad in his mouth frozen.
Two brothers came across this rare incident of a pike eating brass and then both becoming frozen solid in time. They found this fascinating incident of fish on fish very rare and shared video evidence of it on social media, which went viral overnight. Brothers further stated that they didn't eat them as they were frozen for a long time. Although they didn't dine on frozen fish, they made sure a catch with their viral video. Frozen fox. Russia is quite famous for its cold. Although people can handle the frost just fine, animals have a much rougher time of it. In this video, you can see that a baby wolf got frozen on its way somewhere. It's like a frosty adventure gone wrong for the little guy. It is a stark reminder that the momentous impact of climate change can freeze our mobility. If we don't get our act together on this, we're in big trouble. Prisoned whales. Whoa, hold up. Sea animals? In jail? Yes, you heard it right. And it's not that I'm not pulling your leg. So it turns out not only can we go to jail for crime, but marine creatures can also face charges for the chaos they cause underwater. Yep, there's a jail in Russia where wild whales have been detained, and their numbers are in the hundreds. After this news went viral, wildlife organizations criticized animal associations in Russia for this horrendous crackdown against underwater life, as they hold no authority to confine them. When the news reached the ears of the president, he took strict action against the people behind this evil act. Russian mine reveals mysterious mummy. While digging in a Russian mine, the crew stumbled upon a freaky critter that left them baffled. An uncanny mummy was found which had an alien appearance that blew the minds of those who first bumbled upon this deep in the earth. At first, it was thought to be a new terrifying species, leading to excitement and horror. But when it was meticulously handed over to the scientists and experts, they came up with a theory after examining that this cadaver might be a new type of dinosaur. A testament that shows that our planet still hides countless undiscovered enigmas. Ancient bones. Well, if you are an archaeological enthusiast and good at swimming, then better move to Russia, because it has become a good place to find archaeological stuff under deep water. As you can see in this video, a diver has been taking icy dips in the Tobol River and coming out with some exciting stuff like old bones and human tools. Even though it's not the first time, it's like a regular gig for them, always digging up things that are thousands or even millions of years old. These bone findings could be approximately 15,000 to 60 million years old, and it all comes at the cost of swimming. Mysterious stone sphere. Many natural wonders have confounded the minds of the scientific world. One of them is the mystery of the stone sphere that exists in Champ Island in the north of Russia. These are unique and diverse spherical stones found on the island that come in various sizes. Some are smaller, some are human-sized, and others are huge balls up to several meters in diameter. Well, the answer to this puzzle is unknown, as this place has never been inhabited. So there is no absolutely certain theory that helps to resolve the mystery. Some suggest that it came into existence due to natural disasters, while others suggest that old civilization might take a part in the making of stone spheres. 40,000-year-old horse.
Она совершенно уникальная, она полностью сохранилась без никаких видимых внешних повреждений.
Preserved ancient remains are no less than a jackpot for scientists as they open a new set of studies and research. Siberia is a prime location for such discoveries, and recently a team of researchers unearthed a 40,000-year-old horse. Unbelievable, but it's true. It was a baby horse from ancient times, perfectly preserved under the ice. This little adorable baby was 2 months old when he met with his fate and fell into a natural trap, more likely in an ice pool. Scientists found out that this breed of horse is long extinct. Well, who knows, maybe next time Siberia offers us an already existing species. Mammoth Mummy. Siberia's frozen layers hold numerous mesmerizing discoveries for the scientific community.
I can't wait to see it. It's traveled all this distance.
And continue to amaze people like us. This time, it's not just a wolf's head or a frozen horse, it's an entire mammoth mummy.
It is like unwrapping an ancient mummy.
Yeah.
It is an ancient mummy.
A remarkable find. Meet Yucca, who lived here 10,000 years ago. And guess what scientists find this mammoth in its intact form? Upon investigation, researchers found that Yucca had a damaged leg, which indicates that he had fought against a mammoth-sized animal. Yep, it's not about ancient creatures, but early combat between humans, mammoths, and big predators in the icy battleground. These Siberian discoveries are making it hard for us to get up from our seats. 46,000-year-old worm.
Scientists have long known that some organisms are able to hit pause.
This discovery will blow your mind, as it is about a species that was considered extinct, but recently, out of the blue, these worms came back to life after 46,000 years.
Scientists woke up a 46,000-year-old roundworm.
You might be surprised to hear this, but it's true. These worms spring up from a 46,000-year nap under the ice, where they were believed to be long gone, but they remained alive. This study says these creatures can do something super cool. They can hit the pause button on their metabolism when things get tough. It's also called cytobiosis. It is indeed a miracle, and if someone says miracles don't happen, show them this clip. 28,000-year-old Sparta Cub. Now, let me introduce you to another prehistoric discovery. 28,000-year-old Sparta, a cave lion who has been hiding for millennia. What is more astounding is this female cub wasn't alone in the company of a male lion cub named Boris. They both were found in a well-preserved condition. Surprisingly, traces of Sparta's mother's milk in her were also found. And now, scientists are over the moon, as they have now got a way to study the nourishments of lions who existed 28,000 years ago. What a win for science! Mummified Princess. At the Russia-China border, there exists a world frozen in time. In 1993, Russian archaeologists discovered an intriguing find in the Yukok Plateau that shocked the world. They came across a large block of ice. No, the ice block was not appalling, but what's in there surely was. When the ice melted, a mummified body of a 25-year-old lady was revealed, who had tattoos on her body. After some digging, researchers said that she is an ice maiden, known as the Princess of Yukok. After being in ice for 2,500 years, her body was perfectly preserved. Scientists say back then, tattoos were considered a sign of beauty, so she had them all over her body. Remarkable discovery! Crypt of Rich Warrior.
По ключицам женщины проходит этот пояс декоративный.
An ancient warrior who was interred with his wife and kids was found in a Russian crypt. The adult male skeleton was discovered buried with riding stirrups and spurs. Additionally, he was wearing a sword belt, which indicates that he was a mounted warrior. The debate surrounding their demise has two main theories. Some experts suggest a fast-spreading disease might have caused their rapid decline, while others believe it could have resulted from a tribal conflict. The exact cause remains unknown. Being buried with children and a wife is a nightmare, and no one deserves this. Pomaski Crater. Let me take you to a Siberian region where a geological paradox has puzzled scientists for years. It's Pomaski Crater. Founded in early 1949 by a researcher, it looks like a giant speaker 40 meters high and 100 meters wide. This place is often referred to as the Fire Eagle's Nest by locals, and it's known for its ghostly reputation. Various stories of people mysteriously vanishing in the vicinity have only added to its mystique and sense of foreboding. While several theories attempt to explain its origin, one compelling idea suggests it may have resulted from a volcanic eruption, given the presence of numerous volcanic sites in the area. However, the true cause remains unknown. Bronze Age burial. This discovery will compel you to hug your spouse because in 2016, archaeologists unearthed the remains of the couple from the Bronze Age near Lake Baikal. Their skeletal positions showed that they were holding hands together, and the belongings that were found on them revealed that they weren't some ordinary people. The man had a rare white jade ring over one eye socket, while the woman had one large jade knife. Experts say that they belong to the Bronze Age Glasgow culture. Researchers also found a bag near them, but the findings of it were never made publicly. Archaeologists never revealed the discovery site to protect it from the amateur diggers. Strange creature. This terrifying creature was found by Russian soldiers on the Sakhalin shoreline. Locals were called on soldiers for identification, but this elusive being wasn't recognized by them. According to the bones and teeth, it is not a fish. According to its skeleton, it is not a crocodile or alligator. It has a skin with hair or fur. Later, it was taken by the animal department, and they never discussed this sea animal. What do you think it could be? I think it's some kind of rare sea creature who lost his way back home. Let us know about your guess. Huge chunk of Chelyabinsk meteor.
Studying a giant space rock this morning after pulling it from a lake on Wednesday.
This discovery came straight from space in the lake of Chelyabinsk and caused an explosion estimated to be as strong as 20 Hiroshima atomic bombs. After hitting the Earth, the meteor chunk was found lying 65 feet underwater.
Through the morning sky over this place, hit the layer of ice that thick and disappeared.
Scientists weighed it using a giant steelyard balance, which displayed 1,256 pounds before it broke. It was a mixture of various types of chrondites, the stony meteorites that smack into the Earth more often. Perhaps this meteorite was trying to win the fastest rock in the universe competition.
The atmosphere, it's traveling so fast that it burns off a lot of the outer stuff, really leaving a very dense core matter that can actually hit the Earth.
But took a wrong turn and crash landed on Earth. Locust attacks. If you are afraid of insects like me, then you can run for your life if you see these flying insects coming. Not one or two, but hundreds of them. In a 2016 horrifying moment was caught on a dash cam when a swarm of locusts crossed the road and attacked a truck, even though the truck driver remained safe thanks to the shielded windows. The unprotected crops couldn't save themselves from these horrendous locusts, as per reports, the locusts had concealed the entire area, following which the Ministry of Food and Agriculture in Dagestan said at least 112,000 hectare-acres have been damaged. Sympathies with the farmers. Black circle above Moscow. If you are seeing a black circle in Moscow's sky and expecting some aliens to appear, then your expectations are in the wrong place. These black circles have come into the sky numerous times. A video was shared on social media, sparking various unusual guesses, such as a wicked witch or an early emergency sign. Myths were increasing with every comment when a writer from a daily newspaper busted their fallacies by saying that the black rings are seen quite often, with such shapes being formed by smoke escaping quickly from pipes on an industrial funnel. As the smoke does not disperse in the atmosphere, it takes the form of a ring or a loop and drifts across the sky. Raining gold. In 2018, it rained gold in Russia, but it was not the kind of gold rain that you are imagining. Huge chunks of gold just stumbled out of the plane's hatch by accident. The great news is everyone was safe and sound during the exciting shower of golden treasure. Overall, the Nimbus airline AN-12 was carrying about 9 tons of gold, and there were diamonds and other precious metals, which collectively had a worth of nearly $386 million. And that day, 3.4 tons of gold rained down. And that day, Russia discovered a whole new meaning to the term, a golden opportunity. Coneheads. A skeleton with an unusual shaped skull has been unearthed on a site known as Russia's Stonehenge. When the pictures of the elongated skull went viral, UFO enthusiasts started uttering that it belonged to an alien, and it is proof that they exist. However, archaeologists debunked this myth with solid evidence, pointing out that the skeleton belonged to a woman who lived roughly 2,000 years ago. She had an elongated skull, as there used to be a weird tradition for elongated crania in different tribes. Seriously guys, need to chill as they see anything mysterious and instantly link it to the space alien. A spy whale.
An international mammal of mystery was spotted off the coast of Sweden this week. A whale, once allegedly used by Russia as a spy.
You must have heard of Russian intelligence personnel, and you know how skilled they are. But this Russian individual has some extraordinary attributes, like being able to stay underwater indefinitely, while performing their duties without an oxygen mask. Yep, it's all in a day's work for the Russians, because they've been schooling marine critters for some pretty serious jobs. So get this, a beluga whale that appeared in Sweden. The little fella had been wearing a harness labeled Equipment St. Petersburg, which led many to believe he had been trained by the Russian Navy for intelligence purposes.
Signs point to the fact that he was in a Russian military program.
We can also call him Bond. Whale Bond. Bigfoot. You know how we've all heard those crazy Bigfoot stories, but we've never seen one? A couple was enjoying their vacation in the mountains of Colorado when they came across an anomalous creature that appeared to be tall and furry brown. It seemed like Bigfoot to them, and they whipped out their camera to record it.
Easy keeping the camera stabilized at that zoom level.
And eventually shared it on Facebook. In the comments, some people shared their theories.
I see a lot of people just shut it down really quickly.
With a few claiming they've also seen this mysterious creature in the mountains. If this is true, Bigfoot goes from being just a story to something real. Organism 46B. This creature that looked like a huge tentacled monster is Organism 46B.
New type of life in the water in Antarctica's subglacial Lake Vostok.
Organism 46B is no less than a nightmare for scuba divers. It looks like a giant octopus, and it appears to be a formidable underwater predator.
Occasional flash of something going by. Suddenly, out of nowhere, come these tentacles. It's massive.
It was first found by Russian researchers in Antarctica. As they were underwater, Organism 46B deceived them by turning itself into a human form and attacked when the opportunity arose, resulting in the casualties of 2 researchers. Divers left behind an intense fight, or we can say fight for survival, and finally they managed to capture the creature and took it on the board for research. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.